This is the most popular of all the temples in Beijing, so it is best to arrive early, and a morning arrival means a visit to the Temple of Heaven Park. The park is as much part of the experience as the temple itself. Densely planted with ancient cypress trees, the maze of greenery hides a whole host of Beijing dawn rituals. Dotted amongst the trees are small groups of locals practicing Tai Chi, fan dances, or simply stretching and limbering up for the day ahead. This is almost a form of worship in itself, as the essence of these small gatherings is one of community, of discussion and nurture. As you make your way through this green canopy, you come to the raised red step bridge. This is a wide stone walkway that joins the two main parts of the temple together. The scale of the temple complex is striking. It is a vast and exposed series of buildings that epitomize a sense of the greatness of heaven reaching to man's structures below. Built in the Ming Dynasty and completed in 1420, the purpose of the temple was for the emperor to intercede between man and God during the winter solstice and to pray for a good harvest. The whole design is based on the relationship between sky and stone. It is a series of round structures representing heaven, built on square foundations representing earth. The highlight is the Temple of Good Harvests. This brightly coloured tower stands on top of a three-tiered marble terrace and is where the emperor would pray to the gods. The interior is splendid. The ornate ceiling is supported by a series of pillars, 4 main pillars that signify the seasons and then 12 outer ones that signify the months of the year and the hours of the day. The interior colours may seem lurid. This is because the tower burnt down when it was struck by lightning and was meticulously replaced in 1889. Remarkably, the whole structure is built without the use of a single nail. The long red step bridge leads from the Temple of Good Harvest to the Imperial Vault of Heaven. The paving stones along this walkway are fabulously worn away, and you can't help but imagine all the ancient feet that have trod these stones in processions over time. The Imperial Vault of Heaven is an octagonal tower which held ceremonial equipment and is where the emperor would change and meditate during the procession. It is surrounded by an echo wall where voices travel round the stone and return to their owner. Finally, you come to the huge altar of heaven, which is 3 marble tiers, again representing man, earth and heaven, that lead to a central raised stone that is acoustically placed to channel sounds upwards to heaven. The temple complex is laid out on a magnificent and slightly overwhelming scale. After the long procession through this grey stone enclosure dotted with its brightly coloured buildings, it is worth taking some time out in the leafy tranquility of the surrounding park before returning to the streets of Beijing.